Welcome to the 100 Baby Challenge part 72, and in this episode, we are going to have ourselves a wedding. That is right, a wedding. Zev is going to get married to the love of her life, her soulmate, Stanley Tweedle. Can you believe that? Those who thought, or that Zev was never attracted to Stan in this whole series of life. In my version, she is, and this is not the original Zev. This is Zev 2.0 here, and she's hot and bothered for Stanley Tweedle. And how Stanley looks so young. Cry asleep. See, this is just a moment after the after she hooked up with this guy here, the last baby daddy in this generation. Not the final baby daddy. I don't want to confuse a lot of people. This is the final baby daddy in this generation. I usually get between 12 to 14 baby daddies a generation. How many did I get here? I can't remember. I think around 12, 13. That's not a bad number. Anyways, I finally found out what the 5th generation Zev will look like. And I posted my theory on LexZone, and I got a comment, and I'm about to check on that right now, because I posted that in my LexZone group and my LexZone page. Somebody's theories on my 5th generation Zev, because I'm planning on going from 100 baby challenge to 200. So I need 4 more generations to continue the challenge. And also, it's going to be different. Because I've been going through the alphabet, but I've been skipping the letter Q because I couldn't find good names with Q. But with the 200 baby challenge, the next 4 generations, I'm going to add names with Q in it, okay? To the next 4 generations. And also 26. That'd be 26 per generation. But the last generation will only have like 22 and not 25. Because the other generations are going to have 26. Which is because of 26 letters in the alphabet. So 26 for generations 5, 6, and 7. And there will be only 22 babies to go. And so, only 22 babies in the last generation. I honestly don't want this to end, to be honest. But I think 200's a bit much. It's hard to find names. Especially when you're going down the alphabet. Find names that are easy to pronounce. Especially when it comes to U, V, W, X, Y. Those type of names. So yeah. Also, I'm going to call the 200 Baby Challenge, it's going to be season 2. It's going to be a totally different playlist. Unless y'all want it in the same playlist as these videos. But because I have thought about making the 200 Baby Challenge into a totally different season, but related to this, like a spinoff. Yeah, with its own playlist, like season 2. A Super Sim Challenge is doing a part 2 of the Super Sim Challenge. I'm like, heck yeah. I like that video. Speaking of which, after I get caught up with the baby challenge, 100 baby challenge, especially part 1, which is all 4 challenges, I should really pick up on the Super Sim Challenge. Because there's still some stuff I gotta get done in there. And so I need to work on it. I need to get caught up with it. So are we doing birthdays, or this is just the wedding? The reason when Prince was old, the reason I've aged him down is because he's supposed to be immortal. Not Priest. Priest will come back. So, don't cry. He'll come back in Generation 4. And I will name it, in Generation 3, Zev will name one of her kids after Reginald J. Priest. So, don't cry. And no, that's not the reincarnation. I do bring Priest back, so don't cry over Priest. He'll come back. If y'all big fans of Priest and his death bothered you, he'll come back. Oh, I was going to read that post, comment on my theories on the fifth generations of. I'm going to read it. Well, I guess it's not that one. This is something totally different. I thought it was that one. Well, I thought it was for that post, but it was a totally different post. It's okay. Maybe I'll check my legs on page. Nope. Okay. Something just totally different. I was hoping to get a comment on it, but I'll check tomorrow. Because I don't know, sometimes I get notifications. I don't know which ones I get notifications for until I actually check my Facebook. Good, Uriel aged up. Vincent and Uriel aged up. That's what this is. What this is. This is the birthday. I noticed how after I aged them up and moved them out, I go back into the household, and they walk into the fireplace and disappear. I don't know if I recorded that or not, and it's weird. Because Vincent and Uriel age up and move out. Gotta get pictures with them. Yes. Yay, they're now responsible young adults. I had to, since she's pregnant, I still wouldn't be able to have room for Stan to move him in after him and Zev get married. So they'll get married eventually. By the end of this episode, they'll be married. There will be a wedding in this episode, toward the end. Now Now Vincent and Uriel or I think it's how you pronounce it. Now they're getting jobs and they're gonna move out. I'm not leaving them penniless. I do move them into a house, courtesy of the real estate cheat. And they have a job. So, I'm not totally leaving them homeless. Look how much Zev has made just writing books and getting child support. Mm-hmm. Aww. There will be one final birthday when I even age of the prodigy. There will be another birthday at the last episode, which is the next episode of this generation. And then I got a third generation and a fourth. I'm pre-recording episodes for the fourth generation. Fifth generation. No, I took a guess as to what the fifth generations Zeb will look like. And because I have plans, I plan everything. I even plan out the whole month of February about what I'll be posting during the month of February. Also, Zoe tried to make a build video of a first restaurant. She's trying to build that Five Nights at Freddy pizza restaurant, and it's her version of it. And the first restaurant build, I help out a little bit on each menu. I mean, so that'll be posted on the 6th, since I only got one Her Baby Challenge episode for the 6th. Because I'm trying to make it an even number of episodes. So, like 74. And then I'm posting Zoe's build video, restaurant build video, on Wednesday as well. So, some of the episodes I got one video. They will have, if I could have another video to go along with it, I'll post it with that one video. We're just one video. Not two videos. I'm trying to go back to 2 videos a day, sometimes one. But the day I have one video, I was like, I need to throw in another video. So I got a build video coming. It's going to have commentary, because trust me, it's going to need commentary to describe what's going on. I just can't throw music on that one. Some of Zoe's build, she wants to put commentary on it, and I'm like, that's totally fine with me. Uriel? Is that really how you pronounce that? I'm not really sure. My gosh, kids 20 and 21 ready to move out already. I can't believe we're on the last stretch of this generation. And I can't wait for the third generation and the fourth generation. For the third generation, fourth generation, not the third, but the fourth. I wrote down how far I am into the series. I'm at least 4 or 5 episodes into the fourth generation. I'm going to definitely do some more recording of that tomorrow. Do some more pre-recording. Now after this party, Vincent and Uriel are going to move out. And then Zeb can get married. How awesome is that? Oh, look at Prince. He's so nice. Prince, nice. And the same sons? No. Is he helping Zeb pick up the dishes? Oh my god. But he just leaves them there. Now that sounds like Prince. Prince is not nice. Prince is an evil butthole. But I like him. Now Stan, he picks up the dishes. That's nice of you, Stan. Stan the man. Studman Stan. Stan, and only Stan. I've been wanting to find a series to give Stan a lot of attention, But he's already getting attention in this generation, so he doesn't need a challenge. So if I was to give him a challenge, I would give Kai a challenge, or Laika a challenge, or Urata a challenge. I think they're all getting equal challenges. You get to see them coming in to parties and stuff like Prince and Urata. They all come to parties. So that's the amount of attention you should get. Yeah. Birthday party completes. I always get gold on these. I don't know. I was having a hard time getting gold most of the time when Prince was doing parties in the Super Sim Challenge. I had a hard time getting parties. But, getting gold in parties. But now, in the 100 Baby Challenge, I have no issue getting these gold medals parties, I'm like, wow. We're going to write the next episode. Legs. Oh, she already wrote the web. I thought she only stopped at stopped at was. Because Generation 4 is continuing writing the Legs episodes. I thought she stopped at was. And then, and Generation 4's ep picks up with the web. So the web is written twice. Well, the web episode is kind of like, starts off with Zev telling Kai about this dream she had about him. This steamy dream. And then Stan interrupts because he can't find his hat. And that the universe is just disappearing. And then Kai comes up with a suggestion that since they can't find a way out of the universe, there's a point in space where the two universes meet and they can go into the dark zone, but since they can't find a way out, they're trapped into the light zone, along with Manchard and his drones and whatever. Kai comes up with a suggestion that they should travel to the center of the universe, providing that there might be an escape into the dark zone. So they take their chances of setting course for the center of the universe. So during that, while Stan's looking for his hat, Stan proposes to Zev that just in case something bad happens at the center, that Zev and Stan should hook up. Zev is, of course, unsure, I'm not really attracted to you, but, just in case, we'll see what happens when it gets down to one day to the center of the universe. Let's see what happens. And then they get ensnared into this giant web-looking thing. So, and the web thing, alien web thing is controlling Stan, and 790 has this robot intuition saying there's something wrong with Stan, and nobody believes him. Nobody believes 790. And, well, it was just, between the web and the net, I think it's two different points of view. You see one thing, but then you see something something different than that. And you get to see what happens when Stan tries to get Zev and she ends up returning his hat instead. And why would Stan... How did Stan not know where his hat was? And why would he... when Zev found it underneath the pedestal, who put it there? Or Stan is just losing his marbles. He put it there and forgot about it. And why would he put it underneath the pedestal to begin with? If his hat matters to him, you know. Or somebody really wanted to play hide and seek with Stan and really wanted to mess with him. I don't know. I think Stan actually looks better without his hat. If you know what I mean. He does. He looks so vulnerable without his hat. Look at me crushing on Stanley Tweedle. I'm not lying, he's hot. He doesn't get a lot of credit. He's usually been told a lot he's unattractive and doesn't get the action he wants. He's just desperate, you know. He's just misunderstood. He's getting the attention. A lot of attention. In this generation. Anyways, we're coming up with some money. Putting some toys in the toy box too. We got to get married to Stan. Yes, the wedding. You know what I'm going to do? Every time, the fourth generation Zev picks up where this Zev left off, writing each episode on her computer. I started with the web because I thought this Zev ended with was. It turns out she ended with the web. But the other Zev, fourth generation Zev writes the web too, because I thought this one ended with was. Anyways, I like the part where every time she writes an episode, I describe I give my best summary of each episode, Lex. I also give my input on each episode of Lex that she writes. Oh, Stanley, you're my man. My ever-loving man. Stan wearing a tux. And they're reciting their vows. And he pulls out the ring. Oh. And the big kiss. You may kiss the bride. Oh. Zev and Stan now married. Oh, so cute. Such a cute wedding. I like weddings. I like social events. Oh, weddings make some weddings make people cry. Now, if we can get the cake. Attempt to swipe. Why would you swipe your own cake? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, we're trying to get the cake to where some people can grab it. Can we get the cake? No? Seriously? So we're just have to put it in the kitchen. Just speaking of weddings, the third generation Zev gets married too, but I'm not gonna say to who. Okay. And guess what the third generation does? You know, when you get a slice of cake and you feed it to yourself and your husband, or the husband gets a slice of cake and feeds it to himself and his wife. You know, during when you cut the cake, you feed it to each other. The third generation Zev, when she gets married, she eats the entire cake and doesn't give any to her husband. No, it's all mine. I'm not gonna say her husband is. That's for you to see and find out for yourself. Now, this is like right here. Zev actually feeds a piece of cake to Stanley. Now, in the third generation Zev does not feed a piece of cake to her husband. He's like, oh, it's on my cake. You don't need cake. It's on my cake. He does not get a piece of cake. Everybody else has the cake. He hasn't got none. I like how this custom content hair on the first generation Zev does not make her look old. Even though first generation Zev isn't older. And you better get to know your mother-in-law. Here's your father-in-law. Where's Kai? Oh, actually, Kai is second generation Zev's stepfather. That's not the hair I gave Kai. That's a totally different hair. That's totally different hair. That's not the hair I gave him. His hair would have... He had a different kind of hair, and it would have been gray. This is totally different hair. This is the hair that Alive Kai had in Sluff Daddy. The theater Kai. That's the accurate Kai hairstyle. Not the one with the braid. Because the long hair I gave him with the braid is close to the Brunji hairstyle I could find. Because Kai did have a braid. I know Zeb is pregnant with the last two kids of this generation, but that's okay. I wanted them to get them married. So the rest of the video was them at the wedding. It's just, I like weddings. Once you go consummation marriage in the observatory, kind of like in the first generation, Zev and Kai, when they got married, they consummated their marriage in the observatory. Which is like right, which is like a few feet away. Why do you have an observatory at a park? When people get married. You think wedding couples would rather shack up and consummate their marriage in an observatory or something else? Like have a room nearby with a bed. Bed or observatory? You know, I wish they could just, I wish there was like a lighthouse on the spot and people live in the lighthouse. That is romantic. I kid you not. I've used that a couple of times. Like on dates, where my couples woohooed in the lighthouse. One was in the Super Sin Challenge, and the other one was first generation Zed and Kai. They all woohooed in the lighthouse. It's just so romantic. I should have one sim. Okay, I had this idea for the prodigy for the fifth generation. Fifth generation should be Zev should be conceived in the lighthouse. Yes. I'm so glad I thought of that. I'm on this subject. You ever tried conceiving a baby in the lighthouse? In any of my game plays, we did woo, but not conceive a child. So I'll try that. The fourth generation Zev and that particular baby daddy go on a date, go over to the lighthouse, and try for a baby. And then the 5th generation prodigy is born. Should make things interesting. I'm so glad I decided to go to 200 baby count because the 5th generation Zev looks awesome. I'm not gonna lie. Love Day. It's also Love Day. It's kind of like Zev and Stan got married on Valentine's Day. Speaking of Valentine's Day, me and Frank, we've met Valentine's Day weekend. Going to Orlando 12 years ago. I'm going to MegaCon in Orlando. Valentine's Day weekend. 12 years ago. We've been together for 12 years. Just about 12 years. Next weekend. This is awesome. I got people quoting me on that. I'm not quoting me, but commenting on that post on my Facebook page. But liking it and saying congratulations. You know, because it's been 12 years since me and Frank got together. Started dating 12 years ago. We're still in love today as we were then. Then it was like love at first sight. And I like this outdoor wedding scene here because I had an outdoor wedding. I should set up an outdoor wedding in like a future wedding video. Like when at the end of every video, my prodigy gets married. I should really set up an outdoor wedding the way mine was set up. You know. Of course, you don't have the preacher, but we had a tent just in case it rained. It did, but rain on your wedding day is good luck. Anyways, we are getting close to the end of this video. Stan and Zev are now married, and he gets to move in. So stay tuned for the second generation finale. Like, subscribe if you want to see more content.